What is up, guys? Today is another Twitter Spaces podcast, high intensity, high paced, opinionated community review of what is happening on Kick. In today's news, we have Cuffem. Hold on, this can't be right. On the teleprompter, it says, okay, wait, that can't be. I think we have a typo. And he switched it to a hard R. Okay, we're just gonna go. We're gonna do it without. We're gonna do it without the telly. Okay, we're gonna do it from the. We're doing it live, mother. We're doing this live. In recent news, Cuffem crying like a hoe because his mama raised a hoe. His dad's not in the picture. He's in prison. You'd think SSB, Aiden, and these make clap because it's like 100,000 viewers. You think this community of that is like, bro, I'm jokes, Xbox Live days, nonstop. I was Aiden. I never sat on a dude's lap and broke touch bear like a. These guys are subverting the youth, and I've never complained about it because I love it, bro. I love seeing the youth in hellfire. I love leading them astray. I love it. Well, not personally, not me doing it. Right? I hate that. If you come to me, I like leading you towards truth. But if you don't come to me, I'm not a good Christian. I'm not at all. Like, don't come to me. You go to them. I love seeing you burn in hellfire. There's nothing I love more than seeing the youth ruin their lives just because they chose Cuffem over Zherka. I love that shit. They DM me. I'm actually curious about your content, Zherka, and I don't even because I'm like, well, you went to Cuffem first. I don't even want to see you in heaven on my face. Anyway, it's been a long time since I shit on Cuffem because I always felt bad for him, right? The dude got dealt a bad hand, right? It's one thing to be ugly, talentless, loser, fat, and it's another thing to be an ugly, talentless, loser, fat out. So the world reminds him, 10,000 viewers a day remind him that he's an ugly, fat, loser, talentless. I mean, there's nothing better than when losers have clout so they can be reminded. Use that money, he could get away from those comments. But no, his money has to come with that comment section. And bro, this is a dude who can't step one day in the gym. Well, Sergio, you don't go. You're not training that hard, and you're not. I don't give a. Not a obese fat ass, a millionaire spending all of his money on. Oh, you believe her? No, I don't believe her. I believe them. I believe the people that caught him before this. The dude is, bro. If you give someone clout and money and all they do is pose, these guys are degens, man. And bro, when's the last time I talked shit about him? Halloween last year? I don't give a shit about this guy. I was nice to this guy. He's on voice clip, recorded. Can't you another dude? I knew you were a whore when I found you. He's crying on. It's one thing for these to cry off camera. We all know he's a crier, right? The dude's soft, like in public, he's soft, like a fat black puss. But we know that. So it's not a big deal if he cries. But if he cries, sending the clips to a woman that he wants, he's begging for her sympathy. This is, guys, you don't understand that the depressed, if you ever meet a man who's depressed, never feel bad for them because they're actually sick in their head and they're monsters. The depressed are always, especially if nothing happened, they're just depressed. It means they have too much self love for themselves, that they drown in their own self love and idol worship of themselves. That's why they're depressed. And he is like the spitting image of a loser, that he has like money and clout and things that people want to just, quiet their soul a bit, their needs, their desires. And he's out here crying like a filling a kids with tears. My girlfriend's getting piped in your own car, you loser. In your own getting haggled. She's getting bagged up in his own car, bro. Paper bag on that ugly head of hers. She's ugly. Why is she ugly anyway? I don't even get that part. You have Aiden as your best friend. It's crazy to me how when I first got on the Twitch thing, I was like, oh, look at that. The I'm talking to is also talking to Aiden. Okay, the kid's got a little game. Then a few years pass, and Aiden and his boys start smashing the uglies. And I'm like, oh, I guess they gained a bit of a reputation in LA. Now the hot ones are messing more with me and Mike than and not with these guys. And then Mike fails miserably. He has to go for the uglies. I'm like, oh, I'm the only one in the game doing it right. Sneeko is doing his thing, and I was just dominating. And then I'm like, oh, look at that. Aiden, all these guys, they're now smashing the uglies and calling them BBLs. They're like, oh, she got a BBL. No, that's code for she's ugly. That's why you're with her. She's ugly. That's why you're saying BBL. And I'm thinking to myself, why do I get so angry if rich young dudes who are degenning go for these types of? I open the profile and oh my God, I have nothing. So this is ugly as there's nothing even wrong with her face and she's ugly. That's what's crazy. Like if you said, what's wrong with it? Is it the eyes? Is it the nose? Is it nothing's wrong with her face? She's just ugly. Can't explain it to you. She's like, if you pull her piece, she looks normal. You put it together and that's these crying over that shit. What the and then I click on Cuffem. Cuffem has this thing where he pisses me off. So I can't imagine it crying. And I listen to the voice clip, and how could you do this to me? Okay, anytime you hear an idiot like Cuffem, losers, I don't want to say idiot because he knows he's being stupid. He's a smart guy, right? Like smart enough to know he shouldn't have said that. He's so pathetic that his brain, you know how we talk about transurfing and law of attraction and waking up in different worlds? He actually put all of his coins on that 1.00001% chance that crying would get him that back. Which even if that does happen in like some alternate universe that it's happened, it's usually for like one day. It's never like permanently. So I don't even get why people go that way. And so he put all of his coins transferring reality into I'm gonna put my final card as crying on voice note. I'm gonna cry on voice note. And it's like, dude, I hate when people say he's misleading the youth because they're gonna behave like this. They're like Cuffem. No, they're not. No 12-year-old watching Cuffem will ever cry because he saw Cuffem do it. They're calling him pathetic. They're calling him a loser. And bro, after years of been, they were shitting on him for. You'd think he'd have like learned his lesson by now, because there's only respect in the world, especially in the internet gladiator world, where your whole life is out there and people critique your girl, you're this, your car, you're that. They have everything you could, like they spend all day critiquing, comment sections, right? They got their lives together, so they spent all day critiquing the influencers. And it's like you don't give them that kind of ammo. You crying like a on voice clip, right? And dude's not even on drugs. He's not on anything. He's on sober energy. That's what's crazy. He's like a black guy who doesn't do any drugs. Anyways, my anger is this is good beer actually. Shout out Lasko Slovenian beer. Anyways, my anger comes from the fact that there's nothing black about this guy. Nothing black. He's crying like he's not like bro. There's a other in your car piping your and you called the cops. I'm finna crash out. No, you're not at all. You're not doing shit, bro. You're a pathetic. And I'm not that guy who says, guys, snitching to the police. I'm not doing that. Some of you guys make money and you don't have time to deal with a dude, so you call the cops. Personally, I don't do it, not to be cool or anything, but because I always feel like the cops would turn on me, right? It's not like a gangster thing. I don't give a shit. But you're gonna go on live talking about fighting the guy and shit, and then calling the cops. Like, no, 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 no. If you call the cops, pipe down. Don't. You're humiliating Aiden and his boys. Convoy, right? Convoy, the guy whose aunt is a literal. These guys that have like great reputations, and I'm thinking to myself like, okay, it's been 4 hours. I'm gonna take a little nap. Then I'll go live and talk about the Twitter news. Oh, you guys, and then I go. I have my nap. I have weird dreams of Whoopi Goldberg ass Cuffem, and I couldn't tell who's who. Right? I couldn't tell if Cuffem was winning or losing that one. And I woke up and I realized Cuffem's never won anything in his life. And then I open my feed and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? More Cuffem shit. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going over this. I don't want to open more voice clips. I don't want to feed this bitch. I don't want this bitch forward up this shit. But he wants her to gain followers off. For some reason, he wants this to be so public that his name up, and there's no reason he. I got betrayed by someone who's really close to me. Like was very bonded to this Jenna girl, super nice to me and stuff, and I was an asshole back then. And anyways, she just, I don't know, I popped off and she started talking shit. You know how girls go, like, oh, Zherka not in my DMs anymore. And by the way, here's the weird thing is, I never act brand new, right? Everyone knows. I'll talk to like a 3 follower dude on DMs. I treat everyone the same. I'm. I swear to God, people say this, but they don't actually do this. But ask any of my followers, ask any of these rodent, ugly ass respond to because they're curious about some book I read. Anything like that. Like I've never acted brand new, never on the street, never, 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 never. I find it cringe. And I don't do it like, oh, I gotta remind myself that I'm a normal guy. No, I'm instinctively normal. Instinctively, I'll just respond to a homeless guy. Instinctively, I'll respond to anyone. Instinctively, I've had the most people on my Twitch podcast or Twitter. Instinctively, I'll add anyone, even if they talk shit about me, even if they make up lies, even if they call me the P word, I have them on for content, right? So it's nothing like that. Cuffem, on the other hand, is the opposite. Where in his head, he actually believes he's famous, right? He actually believes that he's nobody. And why I went to that Jenna thing is I still remember when she talked shit. I was like, okay, she's going a little far. She crossed a huge line. I've never seen someone do this. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was popping off, I stopped responding to a lot of people because not because like, oh, I'm never gonna see you again and shit like that. Obviously, I bring the clout back to everyone, right? I share. I'm not those guys that hang on to it for dear life. Like, I don't care about that. I'm original, right? I really don't worry about that. But there's this negativity that comes with Jenna and women and stuff that I wanted to avoid, right? I just want to be around the fun women, not the ones saying, John, you could do better. That girl around you is not really for you. And like, right? I'm not trying to hear that right now. And they're right. That's why I feel bad talking about this. But anyways, to delete this girl's name off my history, I would constantly spam a new girl I was with, so my community would just talk about the new girl. And I kept spamming it. It took so long until they're like, we don't want to hear about this new girl. But eventually they stopped talking about Jenna, right? They started attacking the new girls. And I'm like, okay, this is perfect, right? I've done many psyops. This is great. So I don't have to see this. And that's instinctively the feeling I got that Cuffem was doing with this, where he's going to drive up her clout, make her relevant for whatever reason, because he's trying to hide some other he just doesn't want to feed at all. And I do a bit of research, and it turns out that's not even the case. He's not trying to bury no. This is his main. This is his darling, and he's just driving up her clout while making a fool of himself. For what reason? Not to entertain himself, not for self sympathy, because he's not getting it online, because he wants to give her one last gift as a bridge to, hey, look, I drove up your clout one last time. As angry as I, it's all water under the bridge. We had our fight on live and you gained followers. I guarantee you The reason why he's doing all this public shit is because he, in his heart, wants to win the back, and he doesn't care if the whole internet calls him whatever names for it. He doesn't care if she causes him to cut his wrist. He doesn't care about his own mental health. All he's is with his black, small black. He's a simp he's being a slave to his dick. I'm like, why is he giving this? Because, bro, it's one thing. Look, I hate people who do this, but I get why they do this. It's, so basically, you break up with she makes it public, you make it even more public because she's cute. She looks good, and then when you make it more public, for some reason, she could say anything bad about you, and girls just start DMing you. They're like, "Oh, you dated her? What the fuck? Okay, now I kind of like Zherka." I can't tell you why women do this, but I can't tell you how many times, like you do this with a blonde, and then blondes DM you. You do this with a redhead, redheads DM you. You do this with black chicks DM you, right? You just drive up the cloud a bit, make it a bit public. But Cuffem's not doing this for extra bit. There's no gain here. So we're not seeing like regular level simp. We're seeing this loser throw a huge lifeline at this, right? Huge lifeline. And he even did the tough guy thing that, the guy and stuff. So fight him then. Why is it all talk with these people, man? Go fight. What are you calling the cops for? You can't have the tough guy and the cops thing, bro. And if he just did the cops thing, I wouldn't even critique it. You know how when Charles, whatever guy, or when these guys talk about being snitches, I've never said, "Well, snitches get snitch." I don't give a. If my community does snitch shit, I don't give a, right? But if my community tries to do some like tough guy shit and snitch, if you try and play both sides, I hate that. That's like Jewish magic, man. That shit I can't stand. Another thing, I don't like the Cuffem guy, but since he's a male, immediately he's close to my heart. I've always been like this. I don't know why. I can't stand the fact I'm pacing in my house. I can't stand the fact that he's piped in his own whip. I can't. There's no comedy here. There's so much material to make jokes right now, and I can't think of one joke. I'm boiling angry that some random dude's piping his own whip. You know what a whip means to a man? The car is all we have. The car is more important than our child, even if it's a shit car. For some reason, that point A to point B drive when you're depressed is everything. And night out driving, just going for a drive. You have no destination. A to A, wherever, what? It's everything to a man. So it's like it's bigger than it's bigger than church. It's bigger. The car is mystical to the male, especially because this is Cuffin loves this car. That's even extra. So if it happens in your own house, it's like, whoa, okay. Now we go to nuclear threat levels. But in your car, there's something about you can't wash the seats, man. You can't fix that. And I'm so angry about that. That what is going on with these, I want to say young men, but this looks 48, right? And Cuffem, look, man, you can make ugly jokes about yourself, but if it's really like the whole world's getting on your case, ugly people have always had the solution of getting ripped. Okay, when an ugly guy gets ripped, he's neutral. Everyone forgets about the ugly. That's the truth. But this guy likes to chew his finger, licking good fat ass fingers off. He's just into every desire, bro. I hate that. Like I've had a drinking phase where oh shit, my desire is drinking. I've had a smoking phase. I've had a fat phase. I've had a skinny phase. I've had a this phase. But I don't have all the phase time. That shit is so ugly to look at because, for a year and a half, I'm like, here it comes. Here it comes. This guy's going to humiliate himself. He thinks he's going to date these OF, whatever, and get away with it, right? But another thing, as much as I shit and hate these OF, right? Unless they're doing me favors, they're like, when I say assistant, I mean slave. Like if they're being like good human beings to me, I've worked hard in life. Yeah, you owe me favors if you're a woman, whether you have OF or not. I don't care. But I'll say it like this: a lot of you guys who say, "Oh, it's easy to get OF girls," no, it's not. It really is not because if you've ever worked at a nightclub, You've seen at 3 a.m., 90% of the men strike out. They get no start fucking competing for the fat whales. So imagine if the OF girl was standing there. Yeah, she's going to reject your ass worse than the fat whale. That's why I hate that Cuffem's clout lets him have access to these types of chicks, because these types of chicks develop the biggest egos. These types of chicks need men like me, not Cuffem. Do you understand that it's like they actually look like fish out of water when they're around these losers? They look weird around it, right? Do you ever see the BBL OF chicks and these guys aren't? Do you think these guys are pushing their head in the pillow? You think these guys are yelling at them, making, where's your dad? You think they're doing any of that shit to these girls? No. They're treating them like princesses. Aiden, I've heard Convi's a simp offline, right? Check it out, check it out. You're cool and all. You're cool and all. But they spend all day flirting with these. And you guys get on my ass for, oh, Zherka's around an OF chick. At least when I'm around them, they're crying. When Convi's around them, they're smiling. When Aiden's around them, they're smiling. When Cuffem's around them, they're smiling. They're actually smiling so hard that they close their eyes, can't see his ugly ass face. Bro, I'm telling you, these guys are simps, man. It's been a year and a half since I said this. These guys are pissing me off again, man. And the whole Twitter feed is about this. He doesn't even care that there's a clip of him crying. And you know what's funny is if it turned out to be AI, no one would give a shit because we'd be like, that's your name. You're a crying ass. You're a punk, right? You cried over speed. Like, I'm so tired of you being a little bro. Every red pillar is gonna come out and say, I'm tired of Cuffem being a because the youth are gonna be little watching it. No, they're not. The youth is laughing at Cuffem. So Zherka, why are you mad? Then doesn't the youth get closer to God this way? I don't give a shit about that right now. There's an OF winning the battle. They always lose with me. This is what used to piss me off about Heel Mike too, is these OF, man, I've never leaked this, but you know how dirty they would do Mike? Like not just Rye, that she touched him once in 3 months of knowing the guy. Like, dude, she's in your house, bro. You think you get more action out of that? Um, it's like, I'll say this, man. You know that meme of the OF girl walking the dude on the leash? Yeah, even the guys who eventually get it, like Mike, after they fine wine, dine, shine, do everything, they dog walk these men. I'm the first influencer to come on the scene and not do that little Andrew Tate giggling laughter when I'm around these OF girls. I put them in their place. I make them do work. I make them do laundry. I don't even like them. I get the head. I never get the head once. I never get it once a week. I never get it once a day. I get it 5 times a day. I'm not even that kind of a guy, but I put them to work. I'm not even down for getting head 5 times a day. I still get head 5 times a day just to remind, oh, you're in the presence of a real man. Wolverine is in the house, not heel, not heel cock, not Aiden cock, not cock from cock. And then I leave America and this shit happens. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, will there ever be a day where men just win on Twitter? Does anyone else open Twitter and it's just talk about their G-Wagon, their money, look, I'm on money and I made money. And I unfollow, unclick. I'll only follow the ones that talk to me and do me favors. And I try and hide from the feed, right? I don't want to see this feed because I'll punch walls. And I'm doing so good. It's been a week. I haven't seen this shit, but it always pops back up. But my new G-Wagon thing. Oh, I'm going to myself one day, blah, blah, blah. Right? As soon as the feed goes away, I'm like, oh, good. It's been a week. I haven't been angry on Twitter. Let's do a Twitter space. Oh, and here's Cuffem crying like a. Here's Cuffem. Bro, how you're. Yeah, check this out, chat. If a pictures of me sleeping, I promise you I'd be on CNN. I promise you I would be banned off every piece of social media. You guys would say, I didn't know Zherka was like that. These are getting pictures. I've never even had a girl be cozy enough to bring her phone to the bedroom. They literally will Apple screen turn it off in front of me because I give them the rule book of how to behave around me. Are you mad? They're taking pictures of you sleeping. You're a little like those NBA players, right? Like those NBA. You know what I mean? Listen. If you're gonna do this whole degen shit, if you're gonna be around women and stuff, why are they not afraid of you? Why, bro? You know, every woman I'm around goes, Zherka's so unstable that he will ruin my career. He will literally turn into the largest hacker to destroy every piece of my life if I ever once. And it's like, Zherka, I just show them what I've done to my exes. As soon as that's like date week one of dating, I say, I'm serious about you, so you got to know my serious flaws. And they smile like, what is he about to leak? And I go into my phone and I go, look at what I did to my ex with my community. Now imagine what I do to you because I'm not even in love with you, and I love that. Do you know that for vengeance, I will go to the ends of the flat earth? Do you know how important vengeance is? And not for the sake of vengeance. I don't really believe in vengeance for vengeance. I believe in vengeance for example, meaning you make an example out of one girl and the rest comply. The rest understand. They go, this nigga's not to be trifled with. Okay, we don't do that Aiden Ross where we go, Demi, I'm just cutting you out. I'm going to blackball you and look weak. And Demi should have been afraid to ditch him for Silky. How are they not afraid? How are they? Do you know that every girl I've ever been around has a prepared text message, big blue bubble, to send to me in case I assume they're with someone else? Not even if they are. Zherka, the reason I'm at CVS is because I go, shut up. I know why you're at CVS. I sent you. I just don't remember sending you because I was on perks and shit. You know, like there's this weird thing where people think you don't have to put your hands on a woman. You don't have to be physical. You don't have to hit a woman for her to fear you. Matter of fact, I don't even think that works. Okay? If you really want a woman to fear you, it's never going to be something you do. Right? Why do you think I have their moms? Do you know how many girls' moms I've met? Where I go, I want to meet your parents. And they freak out. I'm an OnlyFans girl and you want to meet my mom? Well, I'm okay. I'm on okay terms with her, but Zherka must be serious about, oh, he has my mom's number now. Oh, that's why he met my parents. Oh, he has the family members that I'm still cool with. Oh, shit. The family members I love, he has all their numbers now. Oh, he's not interested in my family. He's not even interested in me. He's using them for blackmail. He's going to blackmail me. Oh my God. And they lean in and go, is that why you were so fast to meet them? And I go, that's funny. Selena, you're crazy, but not crazy enough with me. You understand? I will literally send everything to your parents. But John, no, but I'm not Cuffem. And it's like, bro, what do I leak a course like Andrew Tate on how to blackmail someone? I have to, what do I have to do? And this is all jokes. My lawyer's in chat saying comedy. Hey, hit the laugh button. Everyone hit the smileys in chat. This is totally jokes, right? This is all comedy. But man, let me say this, all right? She should only ever be afraid of the you've got mail. She shouldn't be afraid of you, per se, you physically. Anyways, we're going to bring some people up here. I hope you guys like this because I've noticed a lot of you guys say, dude, these are better than podcasts when you go on these rants because you say the opinions that are buried in my unconscious that I never really thought of, but damn, did I value the shit out of that. And I'm like, you know what? I don't mean to make it negative, but a lot of these rants are going to be negative. Cuffem's a little man. Like, have I ever cried? I'm positive I have. It's blurry. It feels like I never did it. I don't. It's so long ago. I was a completely different face, different boy, different. Totally not a man. But I'm positive. The reason why I'm so sure I've done it for like a long time, right, is because it's it's not relatable to customs, but it's why would I empathize with men going through this if I've never went through it? You know, there's no way that I went like perfect route. Now I don't remember sobbing like a, but I do remember being hurt. I don't know. I want to say if I say 21, 22, they probably smile and be like, "Oh, it's because of me." So I'm gonna say, "Where are you? I'm famous and rich. You're nobody. Don't smile. Don't smile at all. Okay, you lost this." Another thing, guys, being around very normal men in EU makes me really get pissed at these. It's not like, ha, what a dumb old. It's more like, why is this shit on my feed right now? I'm starting to understand those viewers I have from EU that goes, Zherka, I love your shit and stuff, but it's not relatable because there's a lot of OF around you. And I'm like, isn't that everywhere? No, that's New York, LA. I mean, it's not an EU like that, right? Well, I guess if you were in the content creator circle, which no one does that shit here, but we're gonna bring some people up. We're gonna talk about customs. We're gonna talk about some other topics, and Zherka Rage, let's co-host. Let's keep it at this pace. Let's bring some people in. Okay, let's go, boys. Cuffem is the first topic, and keep me up to date with what happened because I only saw one clip. The key to Cuffem's heart.
What's up, G? Yo, you still have like the sneako
Yeah.
girlfriends and their haters, bro.
What is that?
No, the like how people go on Sneako's dick because he interacts with girls, but they don't know the behind the scenes. Do you want to talk about that? Like how
Yeah,
people.
we'll do that after. Let's do Cuffem first because can you keep me up to date? What exactly happened? She took his car?
I don't know about much about the Cuffem situation. All I saw was him crying and doing like a video call with the guy that his girlfriend, bro. Which is, bro.
Okay. All right. Bring some other people in then. Let's start with Cuffem first because there's a huge red pill lesson here. I'm just not aware of it.
Okay, guys, if you want to talk, raise your hands so we can have some order. Okay.
Yo, 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 what's good? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, bring some energy, bro. What do you think of the situation?
Bro, it's like you hit it on the nail with the car analogy, bro. Like the car is really a sacred space for dudes especially like Cuffem.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that's a no-go. Like even if you sell that car, every time you see that car or a similar car,
Every time you parallel park.
bro, every time you touch a steering wheel. Hey, it's worse if you're in the back seat actually, bro. You can't get into an Uber anymore, bro. You're cooked. It's done.
Every time he presses the high beams, he sees a hologram of a dude piping his dick. It's like Star Wars. It's like Yoda and shit. And it's funny because Cuffem looks like Black Yoda.
That's crazy, bro. Imagine sitting back seat in an Uber and you hand over the money, bro.
Hey, imagine calling the cops as a black guy because some white dude's piping your ugly Asian girlfriend. Yo, I didn't even realize we got man. I
Zherka, you
didn't even.
said she was mid, but honestly, she's ugly as I've seen her
I
pictures.
lapsed. I swear to God, I didn't use the word mid. I said ugly. Did I say mid?
You said she was like there's no distinct ugly features about her. Her lips are she got those wiggly that Sneak always talks about.
No, I said
Ugly
there's
as
no
fuck.
distinct ugly features, but when you put it all together, that's ugly.
She got granny lips.
All right, let's put a. So, well, what does she do? She's a OF girl that like drives his car. Am I the only one who like? bro. I even the shittiest whips I've had. I don't remember ever once in my life giving a girl my keys ever.
Yeah, he's definitely mentally enslaved. Crazy amount of simping going on. Crazy amount of simping.
And he's not learning
Honestly,
the lesson. Isn't this his third
honestly,
time?
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just think it's crazy that like you actually let somebody girl in front of you and you let her have access to your car and you posted
Not-
it like that a different level. I don't know.
for me,
I don't have the content brain to be like, oh, he did it for clout. But like, if you're actually simping on that level as a regular guy, bro, like you're just completely lost. He needs date
to me,
IQ.
yeah, exactly. There it is. DZerkofficial.com, guys, join us. But to me, the funniest thing is, imagine the incident report with the police, and then he piped my in the car. Like, imagine telling the police that. Because it's even more dark if he doesn't say my girl's getting piped. If he says she's got my car with a random guy, because the cop fills it in his imagination, and it's even worse.
The cop probably is like, shit, let me join in.
Did
Yeah,
anyone hear the voice message that he sent his girl?
yeah, that was AI, bro. They're saying it's AI.
Yo, Zherka, the guy that was Cuffem's girlfriend in Tesla while they were on autopilot in the parking lot. Like my meme about Cuffem.
Autopilot.
He liked my meme about Cuffem being Will Smith kick.
They're on X mode.
It's a white guy it's a white guy probably, and he got cucked by a
Yeah.
black.
Okay, we don't use the hard art here. We're
Yeah,
not
kick him out.
racist. Come on,
Yeah, he's
man.
crazy.
Liberal.
No, I'm black. Let Tapia stay. You good? Too good.
Yo, is there GoPro footage of this?
Look, apparently they're telling me it's not AI. He's actually crying.
Yeah, dude,
So
he was
who?
caught crying multiple times in DMs to his girlfriend, and he cheated first, by the way. And also,
Men don't
there's
cheat.
like there's like a complicated situation here because he started cheating first, but I mean, second, he's a pothead, drug addict, and third of all, he's just not red pilled. I mean, most of Aiden Ross's boys are pilled and they're blue, and these guys go around girls, and what does that do for the reputation? Just drags them down.
Well, they're actually paying them, dude. No one talks about this, but you look, if you're giving them nice, fancy, expensive dinners, all this shit behind the scenes, and then
Yo,
clown on top,
hey,
bro, you're literally paying for it, bro.
Yeah, they're paying for it, but Zerka, they're all U.S. They're all used OS like that used Tesla that Cuffem has, and man, he should just keep it as like a cuck memento. He's like out cucking Sneeko now.
I think it's illegal for Aiden to put you on and you make him look this bad. Like, shouldn't you keep this stuff private? If my boys did this and I said, bro, I started your career and everyone's
Whoa.
saying that I chill with simps, like, come on, bro.
Zerka,
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. You're gonna have to beat his ass just for this bullshit, bro. This is like a pre up to Tiki Taki versus 2, part 2.
Yeah, run up on him like you did with.
Yeah, no, I would listen. I don't hate
Bring
Cuffham,
Tapia and hang him at the stake, bro.
bro.
no
You know
black
what
on
he's
black
doing.
crime, please.
Bro, I don't think I hate I don't think I hate Cuffham, but I hate how much power he gives to these, bro. Like, I'm being a lot more critical because, like, for a year, you guys would talk about how even my boys, like Mike and stuff, would like build up some of these chicks and they wouldn't like dog them. And I'm like, okay, yeah, because they're just like average Joes or whatever. But, bro, these guys are bringing these chicks into the Aiden circle. You know how much money these chicks are making off these boys? Like, there's no way.
They're using these people to funnel them to their own. Like,
Yeah,
man, they're
and
being used.
I think this is like blasphemy in a weird way where you're not glorifying her, you're giving her everything while she takes away your reputation for life. And we as men, we have only one instinct is to laugh at Cuffum, but really evil. We should be laughing at this. It's
Hey,
hard to
Yeah,
laugh.
I
Zerka, do you
totally
think
agree.
Do you think the guy that made content with her, you think she can write it off?
Look, man.
Wait, they filmed it? They filmed it for OF?
The
I
guy's
should
an
know.
model.
Don't say that.
If
For
they
real?
did that
The
madness.
guy's
They
Are you
alien
serious?
level.
They're both making money off Cuffem?
yes, they're using slave and the funnel
Okay, you gotta
for
stop.
long-term
We're on the Twitter
subscribers.
space, bro. You got to be. I actually think you're racist, bro. I don't think you're
I
me.
think they're all in on it.
No, I was
Kick him
Catholic.
out.
I love
Kick him
everybody,
out, man.
Zherka. As a Catholic, I love everybody. I love Serbians and Albanians the same. You understand? As long as they're Christian.
W
How do you,
script.
how do you feel? How do you feel about Muslims, then?
Oh, don't get me started, brother.
Oh,
All right,
What about
let's-
Jews?
all right. Red Pill, you want to talk? Go ahead.
Yo, Zherka, what's up?
Hey, John. Hey, Alex. Thank you for taking me on. Did anybody get anxiety watching that video? And like it has happened. It hasn't even happened to one of us, maybe. But what situation is worse, his or Adam 22's?
That's tough. I'm not gonna lie. Anytime I see a grown man crying, I think that situation's worse. But that one's like Adams is still in marriage. That's still worse, right?
Adam is making money, at least.
Adam,
Yo, Adams is
wait,
Adams
guys,
is
one at a time.
consensual, bro.
One at a time. Yo, first of all, everyone who's not speaking and is not with his hand raised, I'm gonna drop you because we have a lot of requests. Second of all, for you to speak, you gotta repost the space. I will check your profile. Otherwise, I'll kick of you out of the space. Okay.
Wait, say that again?
Bring the content, bring the energy. Adam 22 situation is much worse because he has children. Therefore, it's much worse.
that's a fact.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Alex. That's exactly what I was going to say because Adam 22 situation, his kids will find out one day, looking at their own mom getting railed by a bull.
How do we
Yeah,
know
Adam
the Cuffem
22's Adam 22 situation is definitely worse because like spiritually he's self over and he's consciously doing it. Cuffem's more of like a simp, unprepared emotionally. But yeah, Cuffem's is worse from a perspective of just like physically you're in front of society forever.
Yeah, they're both public.
John and Zherka, you can use this situation in your date 3.0.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't want this to taint my website. I feel like anyone else. There's comments saying that they laughed at Cuffem. Am I the only one who didn't laugh? I just got angry.
John, I didn't laugh.
I didn't like it either.
I didn't even look at it. I saw the video and I was like, I'm not looking at this bullshit. I just seen his car driving up behind. I was like, this. I'm not watching this shit.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I got anxiety. Just thinking about the situation. What if it would happen to me?
It's not going to happen to you. I mean, this is a lot more rare than you think because check this out, guys. Can you name many streamers who went through this? It just seems like it's the SSB guys time and time again. They keep winning. Oh, like can you name whether it's Demi or whatever? Have you noticed they end up with a smile on their face? When I've ever been done wrong by someone, you never see them on the internet again. Their lives are destroyed, reputations, they're blackballed from everything. These Demi and shit, any SSB girl, they're laughing at the guy's faces going live making money. This keeps happening to these guys. They're not learning their lesson.
Can Cuffem learn from this situation, or does he have to ride this out and just suffer through it online with everybody just
That's
hating on
why
him?
Red Pill. This is why we're angry at him. Is he's not learning, he's posting, he's active. That means he's not even like when people call him a simp, it's not affecting him. He wants to be this archetypal simp. He wants to because, bro, you know, if this happened to anyone listening to this right now, most of you guys would keep it offline.
John, can he actually get out of the situation and overcome this as a man? Like, can he do this?
I mean, he can, but his want is no, so we're not going to see it. Like, if I put the chips down and bet money, I'd bet that for the next 10 years, Cuffem's going to come up. He's not even 1% close to learning his lesson, and it's not his first lesson. There's some people who just need to be victims. He loves to be on the, like, losing end of shit.
And I'm not being racist at all, but is it worse that he's black?
It is because a lot of black guys don't deal with this shit, so he's making the black community look really bad, bro. Like my black friends do not act like Cuffem, bro.
And this is the thing with black people. Once they see your like that, they're gonna test you way more. Like when people see Cuffem out in public, he's just gonna get just toyed with more than he already is.
I hate how Cuffem has an army that shits on him. Like, bro, shouldn't they defend you right now?
Cuffem needs to change his environment too, man. He's around a whole bunch of yes men and trash people.
Yo, I'm gonna take a
That's
page out
what
of
he
the
should
Zherka
get.
book. Look, nobody's blaming the woman for being promiscuous. Nobody's blaming the woman for being. Nobody's shaming the. Everybody's attacking the black guy, and yeah, he was cucked by a white guy. But man, what's the
More
deal with these
critiquing
modern
rather
women
than
nowadays?
attacking.
They are not loyal. They aren't bound to anything, like spiritually or religiously. They're not even married to Cuffem, and yet they're making him look bad. They're ruining his reputation and his business.
Yeah, and
And
you guys gotta remember, who you pipe, you're spiritually married to. That's how this game works.
you're crying to this. You're literally married to her. You understand? It's a blood
100%,
contract. When you're releasing
100%.
semen inside her, it's a blood contract, right, Zherka?
Yeah, bro, Tapio. Do I actually talk like Tapio? Like, bro, if I actually say releasing, bro, Tapio, you and I talk
Bro,
like we're aliens, like pretending to be human. But you're right. He is releasing seed inside of
If you
this
guys were all
most
aliens, I'd deport you all to Poland and Madagascar. Rah!
It kills me that she's ugly. Shouldn't that daddy
She's
do this to him?
Filipino, bro. It looks like she's like a mixed Asian. You know those? They're like the black people of Asia,
No,
right? They got the
Filipinos
big
can
BBCs over
Filipinos
there, the
can be
men,
bro.
and then the
Filipino
women are
girls
just
can be
ugly.
Filipino girls can be babes, but this
Mm-hmm.
one, she looks like the ultimate Walmart boss. And bro, you know
Yeah,
what's funny is, isn't this the same one he had beef with last year?
I don't
exactly. I
know.
mean,
He
she
sent
was
him some
throwing
ugly
shit at him,
pictures.
right?
Yeah,
guys, don't lie. If you guys had the chance, you guys would at her too.
Honestly,
I don't
no.
even know how
Because
she
what?
looks like.
wait,
Nope,
you're
I don't know how she looks like
absolutely
Right,
not.
physically.
bro. We gotta see the photos you're looking at, bro. I'm looking at her mugshot.
I don't want
I'm
Asian,
a
bro. I want
teenagers.
white. I want white kids, bro. I don't want Asian kids.
Tapia, just give some birth to some Sneakos, man, for the culture.
She's like a 2 out of 10
Oh wait,
Nikito.
what was that? I heard Sneeko. I'm seeing red, bro.
Yeah, just
Want the
Brienne,
sip?
bro.
Shush, shush, shush. When the OC speaking, when one speaking, keep your mouth shut, guys. Yo, Zerka, do you want a girl's opinion on this? You have
Yeah, let's get some
Carrie, I
chicks in
think.
here. Sure.
Carrie, go ahead, man. Hello?
Oh my god. Twitter. I wanted to add, it's not like people are not coming at Cuffem because they're not blaming him. They're blaming his reaction. Why don't you go on the internet crying, dude? Be a man. Get over it.
Yep.
That's all I had to say.
Hey Zerka, can I chime in here really quickly? I think like this
Yeah.
conversation, I think the issue is deeper seated than just like modern day women. I see a lot of these guys on Twitter, like these anon accounts and things blaming women, but I think all of us who really understand the red pill know that it starts with the man, right? So obviously society has been, pussifying men and making them soft. So I think just this new age like internet mentality loves to blame women, obviously with the incel culture, etc. So I think just if we want to talk solutions and kind of have a more proactive conversation, we need to turn the conversation back to like just making men strong again, like 2023 Zerka, like red pill raging. I think we need that for 2024. Once Zerka stopped red pill raging, you see the world pretty much turn to shit. So that's kind of my input, but I just see a lot of these guys in this chat kind of blaming women, but in reality, like the responsibility falls on the man, so the man is the reason why that like women have fallen, because when men are not strong, like women just go out of control. So I'd like to kind of hear your
I
input on
agree.
that, but I'm a big fan.
I
I'm
agree
in your
one
community and all that
hundred
stuff. So thanks,
percent.
man.
I agree 100%. That's why I'm mad at Cuffem. And I'm more mad that you guys are telling me it's the same. That means he's been cuddling the whole time.
Yeah, and also just
Do you talk to him?
one more thing. Just like these influencers, these new age streamers, like they platform these OnlyFans girls, right? And all these viewers just are just buying their OnlyFans subscription. So I think it's just like these new like influencers, they just got to wake up, man. I mean, because if they don't, like we're just gonna keep going down this path. You know what I mean? So, but that's my take. So thank you, Zherka. Big fan, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. All right, let's bring some
I
more
I
people.
I keep.
I just want to say,
Wait.
huge fan, Zherka, and thanks to you, I 19-year-old girls now. It's great. It's phenomenal. So, and I'm a millionaire, so you've done a lot of good things for the community. So keep it up.
Hey, I gotta
Okay,
say
so
this is what I gotta say about
wait,
Go
Laps,
ahead, go ahead.
Laps. There's people that that been here to speak. Yo, Zerkatrix, go ahead, man. Your mic is not working?
No.
Okay, so Fuentes Rage. Yo, Zerka, this is my breed, bro. This is Fuentes Rage, bro. Go ahead, Fuentes. Yo, can you hear them? Or am I bugging?
I can't hear him. Can I just say
Okay,
what I gotta
I
say
can't
real
hear
quick?
anyone.
Okay, so we go to Yaz and Teki, and we're gonna recycle people.
Yeah, man. What's the question?
What do you think about the Cuffem situation?
I think Cuffem, he should have kept his mouth shut no matter what happened on in his personal life, because it's not a good look for him to say anything in public anyway. He needs to get his fat ass in the gym and change his damn environment. That's really it. It's pretty simple. You got the money, you got status. You just need to get your fat ass in the gym and change, what you find appealing and attractive.
Can I
Okay,
say something about the red
we
pill?
go ahead, man.
So, like, one thing I've noticed is that there's a lot of people on this side of the internet who really think like, oh, everyone's like red pill aware or has heard the message. But there's a bunch of people who hear that shit and who are simps who kind of like say, oh, red pill is stupid, or they're going too far. I think the balance with red pill is being aware of like hypergamy and shit like that. But there's a lot of guys who just like turn away from that and say, oh, you're just being a hater or whatever. And then they end up doing dumb shit like Cuffem. And he just doesn't have the right mental models to have success with women at all. I think what Zherka said about specifically women have to fear you and you have to like somewhat, put them in their place. Like I think that's super important for people to learn.
Yo, Trump 2024. But listen, Zherka, I was wondering just one question. If I have like 18 exes, does that mean I'm divorced like 18 times or no?
Spiritually, I'm not gonna lie, you accumulated a lot of sin, so I don't know. That's all that you gotta repent, bro. That's a lot.
All right, my second question: does this event? I don't really know who Cuffem is, but does this event mean that we should start installing like remote pipe bombs in our cars, or should we just be more like detached from this material stuff?
Okay, we're gonna remove you. Okay.
Yo, Zherka, can I respond to that guy who attacked me?
Yeah, go ahead.
He was saying that I'm blaming women, but I mean, bro, if Cuffem's been with already for such a long time, don't you think the blame is on Cuffem, right? But I mean, also, you have to ask your girlfriend or partner. You need to know how many people have been involved inside of her. You need to know how many and thrusts have been inside of her. You need to know the mileage on your woman. And if you don't know that beforehand, you're a blue pill. You understand that most of these men that, oh, you're always blaming the women. Okay, so do you talk to your partner? Does she view you as the boyfriend? Does she view you as somebody with the title and power and authority in your relationship? Or does she see you as just a one night, stand? Or does she see you as, husband material? It falls into two categories. You're either the beta, paying for the dates, like Cuffem. You're paying for everything, the weed, the drugs, the fun, the condoms. Probably no condoms, he's black. They love and they love the irresponsibility. I mean, come on, man. And also about Jenna, it's funny that you brought her up. A year ago, I was in a kick chat and she was attacking me. She was saying that I was anti-Semitic, and I find out she doesn't like me. Very rude person, by the way. What a nasty woman. That's all I have to say.
No comment.
Zerkatrix. Yo, your mic is still bugging, bro. I'm gonna move you to listener, bro. Sorry. Shiv, go ahead, man.
Yeah, so one question I have for Zerka is I've never asked any girl I've been with her body count because I feel like I could just tell they act, if they're closer to being pure and wholesome or not. So I've never been. I don't need to ask because I just kind of know. But I'm curious what your take is on that.
In my experience, everyone who says they can tell, they're usually lowballing. Like usually it's 5 times what you assume.
Fair enough, but still
Because
on that
you
five
gotta
X, right?
remember,
Yeah.
it's the easiest thing for a human to do is repress the sexual experience, and they hide a lot. Oh, it was Halloween, that doesn't count, and they forget about that guy, and they do this for like 50 dudes. Like it's a lot.
Zerka, they say it
It's a
was
lot
just
darker
head.
than
It
you.
doesn't
Yeah,
count.
it's a lot darker than you think, and it's way darker than what she says.
Fair enough. Appreciate it.
I was gonna ask you though about that. Like, what do you
Wait.
like? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, let's you. The thing you have good energy, so go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was gonna ask like with Rye or like Jenna, for example, if you want to leak this, like, what would you ballpark the body count for them?
Wow. Okay.
Fifth Amendment, Zerka.
Maybe Jenna,
No,
because
I'll
you
say this, dude. If it's an internet girl that's like on the internet, I wouldn't be surprised if it's over 45, like at all.
Damn.
Because bro, you got to remember, I count also makeout sessions. They make out with a dude at a party. That I count that as well.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because that's gonna harm your reputation, right? If people find out she's at that party having fun and blah blah blah, or she's just it's
Even the
never her
slave,
having fun. Hey,
even the slave one.
I've never seen a girl at a house party making out with another guy for fun. Guys do it for fun, but when chicks do it, it's always the status climb. It's like kind of creepy, right? That she's going through the makeout session just to be popular.
To me, it's never been like cool, like those girls who brag about like sleeping with you or sleeping with other guys. I just find it cringe and
Yeah,
disgusting.
I've the biggest turnoff for like the most beautiful chicks I've ever met is when they do the whole oh my god, it's been 2 weeks and the world doesn't know I hooked up with Zerka, so I'm gonna say it in a group chat and the group chat will make it public so I'm not guilty. And I go, wow, dude, you're like better looking than me. Are you that cringe? Why would you do that? And people in their heads, they're like, oh, he's ashamed. He's ashamed. That's why he doesn't want the world to know. That's not the reason, because some of them are hot. Like it's cool. Like, oh wow, I got her and stuff. It's more like when people know immediately that guy, every guy listening here, as soon as a girl does that to one of us, we never ever trust them with a secret again. And when a guy don't trust you with any secrets, he never chills with you again.
Facts. And plus, they
Damn.
all and plus it messes up stuff with other people, other girls.
Yeah. For me, it's like a test. Be trustworthy. I get attached, bro. I'll get attached so much faster.
Honestly, I'm working on that because like usually the girls who are like super loyal are like not as exciting, but honestly they're just better for me. But yeah.
Yeah, dude, if I could,
it's bro. Like this one girl, she was so to me like last summer, and I was like, bro, she's like everything, but at the same time she's boring, and she just steals energy from me. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's like,
yeah,
like
no,
you know how you like you know how they
never,
steal from your pockets? They can literally steal like creative
100%.
mindset and just staring at you. I'm like, girl, get away from me. Like I actually like have things I have to do, and you're like stealing everything from me.
Guys never talk about this because it's like so it goes under all of our radars, but most of the time we stop DMing, chilling with them because, bro, women are boring. Have you noticed how boring they are to be around? Like, let's say you're not trying to, get some tail and chase that. Let's say you just go watch a movie like Moana, and your goal is to relax that day. It's way funnier watching the movie with the boys and making racist comments about the native population of Moana than, you know what I mean? Than going to
Facts.
watch a movie with a chick where, bro, have you noticed if women could fix the boring factor, the mid ones would get billionaires. They would literally get billionaire boyfriends if they could fix being boring.
I'm
And
glad women are cursed by God.
Same.
Yo, come on, Tabia, come on. You can't be glad about that, bro.
Eat it up for all of these women. They don't even want to make sandwiches anymore. They don't even want to be loyal anymore. They don't even care about marriage anymore. Shame
Yeah,
on women now.
I always find it weird. You know how we want to be the first guy to show them an experience of Dubai? Like, we don't want someone else to show them. Dude, that comes from Adam showing the garden to Eve, right? And it's like, I think that's the number one biggest turnoff is the most boring have traveled. They've been everywhere. So their face is never
They're like
impressed.
the snake in the garden, right, Zherka? Like they slither in the girl's ear and they give them little commands.
No,
Go,
the
man.
snake.
Go build your status.
Tapia, they're nothing like the snake because the snake is wise. The snake is
Exactly. But
intelligent.
what do women do? They keep them as pets, don't they? Don't they snakes as pets?
Okay, you leave Jill alone, bro.
No, I'm not talking about her. No, bro. I'm not disrespectful, Zherka. You know, come on. Never brought her up.
No, listen, I don't care. I'm not Cuffem. Like, I think that's
It's
hilarious.
spiders, not snakes. But there's these weird women that they have snakes as pets, and you know they're
Yeah.
freaks, man. They have
I
butterfly
thought that
tattoos.
shit was BuzzFeed. Yo, Tapia, I thought that was BuzzFeed bullshit. If a girl has weird pets, that she's a psycho. Bro, every statistic I read that I find, I'm like, man, that sounds so stupid. Like, she's
Bro,
allowed
the
to.
cat meme,
It's
brother.
true. It's
The
always
cat
true.
meme, brother. If it's more than 2 cats, they're psychotic. They're black triad nuts. They're nuts.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. And here's the interesting thing is like if she didn't have those weird pets, she'd be boring.
Imagine she's going to her cats. There are 12 cats. She's doing a comedy routine with the cats. And guess what? The cats are because they know women aren't funny either.
Yeah,
Do, do,
I always wonder about the pets. Like I've noticed, go look at a dog around a girl streamer. The tail is never wagging. The dog is depressed, and then when dogs are around men, the tail is wagging and they're excited. Have you noticed that, bro?
Zherka,
Every footage you see of
Alinity
animals
literally
with weird,
gets humped
not
by her
even
dog.
dogs.
Alinity gets humped by her dog, bro.
Yeah,
They only
yeah,
want one
100.
thing from her.
Bro, Alinity, I have nothing against her, but wasn't that the greatest catfish on earth? Like she was never that
Bro, she
hot.
looks like somebody's mother, bro. She has kids, actually.
Yeah, no, I think the weirdest thing I always found was like here in Europe, I'm like, these are the Twitch women I'm around, and the girls in Europe kind of
Bro,
laugh at them. They're like, these girls are popular. I'm like, yeah, these are the good looking ones.
bro.
Yeah.
Candyland, all those other girls, bro, they don't even have kids yet. And they're
Wait,
single.
how aren't they young though?
And they're farming the lonely, depressed men like Andrew Tate, that bald